trying to figure out how to go about this. This is going to be a very...
Bring it on. Open book.
You're a male trainer that just focuses on...
Women, yeah.
Do you your clients? Okay, wait. Actually, two things. Do you your clients? Obviously, probably a lot of these girls probably have boyfriends, right? How do they feel about you training them? Like, how does the whole dating or...
I'll say this. In the beginning of my career...
Is this Diego Ponce, or is this just somebody who runs the business? Is this actually who you are?
When I am in business mode, I don't give a about nothing else. A family member can be dead, bro. It's irrelevant. It doesn't matter. What are you going to do? And I already went through that, by the way. I did lose my brother. Like, literally, I'd wake up, get in the shower, and I would literally be crying. It was just, man, I didn't know if I was going to make it through. Like, that's the type of pain it was. One thing I wasn't going to do was sit there and cry and not make something happen. Do you know something crazy?
Hey guys, what's up? My name is Jose, and today I have the pleasure of doing a podcast and interviewing entrepreneur, CEO, and he also happens to be one of my really close friends, Diego Ponce.
What's up, guys, man? It's an honor to be on this channel. It's been a while. But yeah, guys, my name is Diego, owner of P3 Elite, a women's private gym. 24 years old, from the same city as Jose. That's why we kind of grew up together in a sense, kind of. But yeah, man, Lake Elsinore, California, that's where I'm from. And, you know, life has changed a lot for me for sure. I think it's pretty unique because you've kind of get to see like the whole transformation from start to finish.
Of graduating high school to where you are now, yeah.
Even before like that whole point, bro. Like you've seen like if anyone has seen like from the outside and the inside, it's you.
Cool.
So I feel like this is if anyone's going to be talking to me, it'd probably be you.
Yeah, it's cool because like everything you've done, and everything like, you know, we've been through and you've been through, it's cool because like I've seen, you know, at the stages of you building yourself up as a man, building up your business and everything you've been able to do, which is good. So I have a couple key points I just want to go over here. You obviously already introduced yourself. Did you want to give a little bit more of an introduction about yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. I mean, a lot of people ask me, you know, what's my ethnicity? So I'm 100% Hispanic, Mexican. I come from I wasn't like, you know, we weren't super poor, but my family wasn't well off either. If it wasn't for my grandmother, it would have been really bad for us. But yeah, I had at least one person that was middle class in my family. Other than that, you know, parents were incarcerated. You know, it was just, you know, growing up, I was in and out with grandparents, and growing up wasn't the best experience. But I definitely feel like that is why I'm so like family driven and team, you know, united. The way I run my company, it's very tight. So yeah, I played sports growing up, and I feel like sports was a big part of my development. But when sports ended for me, I was a little lost. I didn't know what to do with myself, but I was able to transition into fitness and turn it into a fitness business. And that's pretty much what I am now.
Okay, so you said your parents were incarcerated. I don't really remember too much about that in school. How did that go about?
So that was early on when I was a kid. I was born in Orange County, and then we moved to Lake Elsinore. That's when it all started for me. And both my parents, you know, were in and out of prison, and I was, you know, thankfully I had my brothers, and I had 3 brothers. No, it was Andre, Israel, and I had my sister. So 3 siblings. And we were with my grandparents, and yeah, I mean, it was just a little bit different growing up. My grandparents were like super religious, you know, your typical, you know, Christians, and that was kind of shoved down my throat. I was actually growing up, so not really into the whole religion thing. I do believe in a higher power, but yeah, growing up with them, they're super like, see, they are not first generation. They're like, or is that, would that be considered first generation? Yeah, they're first generation. So that's like that. They're like really Hispanic, that culture. And the way I grew up was a little bit different. You know, I grew up around a complete different culture. I kind of like was always not home, always on the street, didn't have a curfew since I was like 10, bro. So like I kind of raised myself a lot in a sense, you know, along with my brothers and sisters. You know, my brothers played a big role in that. They helped me develop as a man, of course. We kind of had to figure it out. We had no father figure. And now, what I know now, not having a father figure can become very reckless, and it can really just take you in a bad direction. And I'm just thankful that, you know, I am where I am today, even without having someone like that in my, you know, corner. So I consider myself very lucky. Because I see a lot of men right now who even had a father figure, and dude, no one's not. A lot of people are not really doing much to their life, and it's kind of crazy to me.
Yeah, that is true. Wow. Yeah, I didn't really know a lot of that stuff about you. Obviously, like I knew you in middle school, I knew you in high school, and I knew you a little bit after we graduated high school. But definitely, I feel like over the past couple of years, since we've gotten a lot closer.
For sure.
Because you went the entrepreneurial route, and then you went the self-employed route, and I'm a very big businessy person as well. I like finance, I like personal finance, I like business, I like entrepreneurship, but I'm still a university student as well. But it's just really cool because it's kind of hard to find people like that, especially from a really small town.
Of course.
I mean, obviously we're in Southern California, and California in general is huge, but from a really small town, it's difficult to find like-minded people like that, but like-minded people who are actually about it and have done something like you, which is awesome. So you said that you have a fitness company, right? You have a gym, or do you specialize, or what's up with that?
So I call it a fitness business because it is now officially a business. Like W-2s, employees, like all those things are in place now.
So you're official.
Yeah,
Legit.
we're official. Like, no, I have payroll. I have about 25,000 worth of payroll, like every month. So, yeah, we're legit.
Wait, how much do you payroll?
Payroll is about 25,000 a month.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
it's up there.
Nice.
So, yeah, that was a big step for me. I know a lot of people. My biggest thing was this: like, I just want to be legit. A lot of my mentors, I just want to be official. I hated when I paid employees through Zelle and Venmo. I didn't like under the table. And not only that, but if you're under the table, yes, you may be taking more money home and saving a little bit more money. But like, when it comes to loans or anytime you want to even get in the lease, get in the building that my business is currently at, they want to see real, they want to see if you're actually qualified, And my biggest advice to any trainers out there is to stop taking cash, dude. Just start. How you ever gonna have actual stats if you're always taking cash?
So just trainers or just business owners?
So yeah, that's just everyone in general. I think you need to just build that muscle already and just face reality. Because if you're taking cash and you're under the table, it's not reality, right? Like, what do you want to be? Do you want to just be? Do you want to just? I mean, I see it like this. Like, my goal, of course, is to build wealth. But if you're focused on a couple hundred here and there, you're looking at that's the wrong thing, So for example, paying your employees under the table. Yeah, you don't have to pay taxes for them, right? But in the long run, they don't get to file taxes either. They don't get an income tax. Like if I paid you under the table, you may have to report that if you get caught, right? So I wanted my employees to be in a place where they can work safely.
So I know you own a gym, an all-women's private gym specifically. So tell me a little bit about the background of that. What made you get into fitness, but specifically what made you get into training just girls? Did you always start off training just girls, or how did that go about?
So that started for sure when I first started my career. I definitely got into my first job was Fit Body Bootcamp, and I was already training about 30 to 40-year-old women. First job ever, Fit Body Bootcamp. It was Orange, it's somewhere in Orangewood actually, Orangewood Fit Body. They took a chance on me, and I went in there and just, I wasn't the smartest, wasn't the most mature, but it was the energy that I brought. That's all I did. I knew energy, and I've always had some type of leadership from football, so that carried into, leading a class. But yeah, I always start off with women, and not only that, but if you look at the market, the personal training market, it's mainly women.
Yeah,
women want that privacy, A lot of men can just go to 24-hour fitness down the street and just work out. It's not a big deal. But girls, especially with the way things are nowadays, a lot more predators are out there. Things are getting a little weird, I'm going to be honest. So that was a business move, and I knew that was a market that no one's really attacking that hard. I guess the only kind of controversy behind it is that I'm a man that's doing that. But my clients have never seen a problem with it. Some people from the outside that don't know me, don't understand the business model. They may be like, why is it an all-women's private gym, but a guy's wearing it? But we have female employees as well. And we've never had a problem with sales or anything like that. So it's maybe 5% of people out there who question it, but everybody else is on board. And I feel like we are really doing a very important thing. Women love it.
Why did you choose to specialize in just women?
So in my opinion, I believe that it's a different workout and it's a different nutrition plan. For example, if I take you into my gym right now, you're going to see mainly lower body equipment. What do women really want to work on? Do women want to build their chest? Let's be real. Probably not, right? Okay, so we have found that women want to build that X frame, the tight waist, some muscle on the upper body, not too much, but they mainly want to build that lower body so you can create that small waist like ratio. So if they have a thicker, stronger lower body with the muscle, right, and a tighter waist, by default they're gonna look more snatched, right? That's what a lot of girls want to look slim, thick nowadays. I believe that right now the way society is moving, everybody wants to be a muscle mommy. I'm sure you see all over Instagram, right?
Yeah.
So that comes
it's like a big thing,
right?
on like TikTok and Instagram.
That comes from that is such a Hispanic thing right now, bro. I say this all the time. Latinas are on the come up. The Hispanic culture in general. I mean, I don't want to get off topic here, but that is why we chose to choose this market. And ever since we have, bro, dude, our business is 2x, 3x, like since I stopped training guys. I announced that in 2020 August. That's I'm done training guys, and my income doubled right away. Yeah. So I pretty much picked the demographic and doubled down.
So you feel that you picked the demographic of women because you're able to better specialize in women's training and women's workout, opposed to training men, or opposed to training, I guess, any gender, if you want to say?
There's more of a demand with women.
Okay.
Or let me say this, that, and also I started my personal training career off. I've always had 90% of my inquiries were from women. So why would I not just go up what I attract, right? If women want to keep training with me and that's a regular thing, I was like, you know what? What if we focus on one avatar?
One demographic.
And that's what we did, right? And we did that. And now what we did, see, when you focus on one avatar, that gives you the ability to dive into what that avatar's problems are. You can do specific marketing. You can do so many things. But you can just focus on one thing. And I feel like the riches are in the niches. Have you heard that before? And that's what we did. So pretty much that is how our company has pretty much evolved. But we used to train guys too, but it just didn't make much sense financially.
So you did say that in high school, or you basically played sports all of your life, and you graduated high school and you didn't really know what to do after, right? But why did you choose fitness? Why go fitness? Why not do something else? Well, basically, why didn't you choose college like most people do?
Personally, I had a really hard time in school. And I think it's because this is like the entrepreneur side of me. I always wanted to question, why does it have to be this way? I never liked the idea of following instructions. I just always had a natural, someone tells us what to do. I just wanted to I want to do it this way, you know? And so and then with football, football was my sport. That literally raised me, right? It pretty much taught me how to lead. I was always a captain. Even as a freshman, sophomore, I was always leading older guys. I was always telling seniors, I mean, you've seen it. I always had an ultra respect when it came to football because I was always working out, at night. I was always just working when no one was watching. And that was my thing. I knew that, it's easy to work out when you're told to, but when you're doing it on your own will, that's what separates you from most. And that was for football for me, right? I wanted to be the best. I'm not the tallest. I'm not the fastest. I'm not the smartest. But if I do the ladders 1,000 times, I will by default have better footwork than you. I just will. You know what I'm saying? So that was why I feel like I was able to transition into fitness, because it was a physical thing. And I was like, well, I work out so much already, right? I just didn't train for body, but I wasn't into aesthetics, right? I didn't have abs or anything like that. But I've always had a good idea of how to push myself, but it was geared towards football.
Pushing your body physically.
Of course. Yeah, I mean, that's part of, trying to become the best football player, right? Trying to be the best physically and mentally. But it's the same thing when it comes to the fitness business. It's the same thing. Because, what would I look like preaching fitness if I'm not in shape? And I've been there.
That is true.
Come on, and I'm not a fan of that. Practice what you preach.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of the fitness and sports attributes and traits definitely do transition really well into business and entrepreneurship, because in football or in any sport in general, in fitness, you're doing repetitions over and over and over again. And after you do something so consistent, or you have a system that functions and works, I feel like that transitions really well into business and entrepreneurship as well, because obviously you're only going to get better in business, in a sport, in weightlifting or personal training, the more times you practice and the more times you actually efficiently execute.
Absolutely. And to kind of piggyback on what you said. So if we zoom in on that sports, if I zoom in on football specifically, right? I love football because of this. Just like a company, you have finances, you have the manager, you have employees, you have fulfillment, right? You have outbound, there's so many like things and factors that determine the level of your business, that, you know, the value of your business, right? I just said this today. I made a story today, yesterday. I said the CEO is not more important than the sales guy. The sales guy is not more important than the trainers on the floor. Like for example, if the sales guys if we're making sales, we're closing deals, right? But fulfillment's not on point, we're gonna have churn. We're gonna lose customers, right? If the fulfillment's there and great customer service, but we can't make sales, who are they gonna train? You know? So with football, no matter how good the quarterback is, we've seen this. No matter how good the running back is, if there's no lineman to block or to give that quarterback time to throw the ball to the best receiver ever, it's irrelevant, right? It doesn't matter. You cannot play this game business. You need all 11 people, metaphorically, right? You need the entire team. It literally matters. Everyone matters. And I feel like the businesses that fail and the businesses that stay small, it's because the owner thinks he's bigger than everybody else. He needs all the light. He needs to be the MVP of every game. And that was my problem. I'm just glad I was able to kill my ego and understand that my team is actually more important than I am, by far, literally. So that's why I love football, and it relates to business so well. Company, at least, if you want to be a company.
So you've been able to develop your fitness team or your business, your team and you kind of see that as like a football team or a sports team in a way.
Completely gamified business, bro. That was like one of the biggest takeaways from my mentors. Gamified business. If you talk to a lot of wealthy people, and if you just listen to what wealthy people say, they gamify business.
So they make it into like a game.
Literally, you tell me, is there an offense and defense when it comes to business? So if you don't have an offense in place, you can have a great defense, right? But I will say this, what wins championships? It's crazy because it's true. Defense. I don't care how many sales you make. The gym or the business that has fulfillment in place, that's doing outbound, doing customer service, right? Answering the phone calls, answering the texts we need to, looking at the emails. And we're not perfect at this yet. We're not even 3 years old yet, bro. Already understanding this type of shit, right? Once we get our fulfillment down, we stop that churn completely, bro.
Wait. Sorry to interrupt you. How long, just for people to, understand, how long have you been in business for? Like, how long have you been doing this?
Like,
it hasn't been that long.
Officially, in my opinion, like with the signing a lease and employees, dude, like we're talking like 36 months.
So you guys are new.
We're babies on the block, bro.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's crazy to see because like I've seen how serious and how dedicated you've been about your business, and it's crazy to see just how much you've grown and developed, not just as a business, but yourself as a leader, an entrepreneur, a business owner, and like you said, just somebody who's a team captain per se. So that you guys have really done a lot. Like,
no, for sure.
As a person too, in 36 months.
Alex Hormo's biggest quote, one of the biggest things I take away from him: the work works on you more than you work on it. Let me say that one more time. The work that needs to be done works on you more than you work on it. That's the fucking gold right there, bro. That is what matters. What has developed my character, and like, bro, it's crazy because you know my identity, you know my traits, you knew my whole style, swag, whatever you want to call it, before I started all this, right?
Well, like, what do you mean?
Ghetto, all those things, like how I used to talk. Like, you tell me.
I mean, I wouldn't classify it as ghetto.
No, well, just like the people where I come from.
I would definitely say some of the people not anymore, not anybody now, but a lot of the people that you used to associate yourself with, I mean, personally, I don't think I would have associated with them just because of the mentality. I feel like I've always had a pretty good mentality of who I wanted to be, where I wanted to become. And if I just surrounded myself around, if I didn't surround myself around the best people, then, I would have probably ended up
nothing wrong with being ghetto,
position.
man. Like, if you're from the hood, there's no problem with that. I love, coming from the trench. I love that story, right? But it's this. It's like, when it comes to business, bro, like, you need to be professional. You need to be on time. And those things are not valued in that type of environment, unfortunately, right? Character, you have to usually act out to get some type of attention back at home, right? It's just, I had to pretty much crush my identity, bro, to like get to where we are right now. And this is just the beginning, to be honest. I feel like I just started business yesterday, bro.
So what do you mean you're saying that you had to crush your identity? Like, did you have to completely shift who you were as a person? Like, are you, like, is this person who runs your business, P3, is this you? Is this actually you? Is this Diego Ponce, or is this just somebody who runs the business? Is this actually who you are?
So
now?
For sure, back to the game of football. When I am in business mode, it's like I just stepped on that field and I just buckled my chin strap. Sounds kind of corny, but like it's literally the same thing, bro. When I'm on the field, I don't give a about nothing else. The house could be on fire. A family member can be dead, bro. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. It doesn't matter. What are you going to do? Right? When it's business, it's time for business. Right? And I already went through that, by the way. I did lose my brother at some point, right? And I'll get into that in a second. But the emotional part of me, bro, has been crushed. And I've learned how to, I want to say I've completely learned this, but like, I've learned that the further you can separate emotion from like business decisions, bro, the way better off you're going to make decisions. And I was a super emotional person growing up. I think it's because like the way I grew up. And that's what I mean by like killing the identity. Because a lot of times when you make emotional decisions, it's because you're trying to get the benefit for yourself. And I tell anybody who has a business, any business owners out there, when you decide to open up a business, what you're pretty much signing up for, see, a lot of people think the wealth, the money, the attention, what it really is, bro, for the first 10 years, probably what it's going to be for most people. When you open up a business, you come last. Your opinion, your feelings, your wants and desires come last. Literally, bro. Because you have to think customer. You have to think, a customer and an employee comes before you 100% of the times, bro. And I didn't understand that in the beginning. I was making decisions based off of what I wanted, what's best for me. It's not about that. It's what's best for them. And as you heard before, the owner's the last person to get paid. If we break even, the only person that doesn't get paid that month is the owner. Employees get paid still. Does that make sense? Like payroll has to be paid. Employees make money. The owner may not some months, and that's okay. It's something you have to just bite in the beginning. Now, in 10 years, when this compounds, then of course, hopefully we can accumulate some wealth and have an asset in place where, I am sacrificing my time right now to get my time back in the future, for sure.
That's true.
And that's what this is.
That's true. So going into the finance/business aspect of your company, so you said that you've been official in your eyes or in your head for 36 months.
I would say about 36 months.
So what do you mean official? Like, what do you have in place? How do you operate your business? How do you pay your employees? Go a little bit into that.
I would say official as in like, W-2s, just like, going full on customer mode. Like I couldn't even call clients before customers to their face. Now, that's all I ever do call them, like customers. You are a valued customer, right? I kind of treated my business like I don't even know, bro. It was weird. But what I mean by official, bro, is that we have systems in place. We have positions in place. I didn't even when we first got started, bro, it was just like we train people and we have a gym. Now, there's a manager, there's trainers, there's a CEO, there's a sales guy, there's payroll, there's quotas we got to meet. There's
systems in place.
There's systems in place. Yeah, like we're a business now. And there's branches here, right? We're talking about setting goals, sales meetings, role playing, like all these things, bro. Like it's crazy like what's actually required to run a business. It's nuts. Like seriously.
So go into a little bit about your business model. Like, how does your business model operate? How do you exactly make money? And how do you actually get your clients? How do you provide value to your clients?
So, of course, number one thing, people come to our facility because they want to see results, right? Just to give you guys an idea of what the difference between our business and other fitness businesses. A lot of people think 24-hour fitness or anything fitness business, right? Okay, 24-hour fitness business model, they just want to provide a space for you to work out. But this is crazy. Check this out. 24-hour fitness, in all the big box gyms, they have about 20,000 memberships, right? That's the only way they actually make money, okay? Do you think 20,000 people can work out in one day?
Definitely not.
Right. Okay, so what their game is this. Their game is this. You're going to sign up, and you're not going to show up most of the year, right? So let's sign up as many people as possible. Who cares about how many people are in here, right? They're not going to limit their signups, right? Kind of dumb, right? Okay. Well, they charge about $30. The average is $30 to $60 for most people, unless you go to like Equinox, right? Most people go to like the other gyms, all right? 24 Hour Fitness, Choose, all those type of gyms, right? It starts from 10. Anyways, so they have to have a lot of EFTs. EFT is pretty much a automatic withdrawal coming from your bank account or card, okay? Our game is this. We're the opposite. I don't need 20,000 people. All I need is about 150 to 200 people. But see, we charge about anywhere from 400 to 600 a month, right?
So how do you charge that? Do you do it weekly, monthly, bi-weekly?
So we charge weekly and monthly, but every 28 days or every 7 days, one or the other, right? Now, the key is this. We need our clients to show up because we need to change them, right? We teach them nutrition. We teach them everything, right? From A to Z. When they don't show up, we call them meal plans, recipes, all those things, right? Pretty much how to transform their body. We're like a transformation center in a sense, right? If we don't change our customer's body within the first 6 to 12 weeks, we fail, right? If we don't keep them motivated or remind them of their goals, we fail. That's the difference between us and other gyms. We're a private gym that does services. We're services. We're not a facilitator, okay? So we're not just going to come work out and use the gym. We don't do that.
You provide a service.
You have to have an appointment. We are appointment-based. You come see a trainer. We offer a semi-private training session, which is 1 to 6 girls. Let me give you some math. So we train 6 girls per hour. There's 4 trainers. You do the math. 6 girls, 4 trainers, 6, 12, 18, 24. 24 times a $600, $400 EFT. It can be very profitable for sure. But churn, retaining the customers and making sales, that's the monster you're fighting, bro, every month. One big thing I've been telling my company lately, I've been preaching a lot, is our biggest thing here is last week doesn't matter. Literally. Last week is, when you're in services, bro, would you agree? Let me know. If you're in services, right? Does last week matter? No, it's irrelevant, bro. And see, a lot of people, including myself in the beginning, last week we had a good week or we had a good month. I'd see a certain number in my bank account, and bro, everything was I would drop the ball right away. Oh, I got 100,000 in my bank account, whatever. Oh, okay, this client leaves. Oh, fuck.
You get complacent,
right, bro? It's crazy. It's crazy. The outcome, bro, what's gonna take us to the moon and why we're moving so fast right now? Seriously, to anyone watching this shit, the outcome is irrelevant, bro. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, bro.
All right, so I have a question for you. Why should clients choose P3? Why should they want to train with your gym?
I believe what separates us from other businesses is that it's kind of like an extension of what I believe in and what I've been able to pretty much do in my own life. We actually provide real genuine care to each person that comes into our business. And also everyone in my business lives that lifestyle too. One thing I cannot stand is when I see people, preaching this certain lifestyle, but they're not doing it themselves. So, everyone in my gym, trainers, literally managers from A to Z, the whole board, everyone's into fitness. And I feel like when you come to our facility, not only that, but having that extra touch of having that private gym and not just another person that walks in here, our game is paying attention to the client as much as possible. Right. So, I feel like what separates us from other people is really just that care and knowing them by name, knowing, what they do for work, knowing, what they're going through, even if it's not fitness related. So just really giving a fuck, bro.
So you built a brand and a culture about it.
Yeah, I believe it's the culture for sure. And we're young, bro. I'm young. I'm very relatable. So there's a lot of things that I can relate to for the girls, and my team is young as well. We're not just it's not a 40-year-old man, operating it who never comes in. I'm there. I'm very involved. So
it's a good answer.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me a little bit about your personal life. I know that your brother passed away a couple years back.
Yeah.
How did that affect you? How has that motivated you? Has that basically how has that driven you to be where you are now?
For sure. When it happened, it was a little hard to kind of register. I never really experienced that type of pain before. It was pretty disrupting to my whole mindset. Being 18, it was just really bad, bro. I woke up every day pretty much, bro. I would start my day off crying. Literally, I'd wake up, get in the shower, and I would literally be crying. And it was just, man, really, really, really I didn't know if I was going to make it through. That's the type of pain it was. And seeing my family go through, my sister and my brother, and it was bad, bro. But I knew that me being who I am, I knew that I can make something. One thing I wasn't going to do was sit there and cry and not make something happen. Do you know something crazy? The day after that happened, I made the name of the company. And I wasn't even like, I had no business yet. It was just P3. That was when it started. I made the logo the second day. It was an older version of it. It's a newer logo now, but I made a logo. Didn't even know I was making a business logo. I had no clue. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, bro, I definitely used that pain and directed that energy into, just not even, had no business. I had no interest in building a business. No interest, bro. But it just became one. I started just, working with a lot of passion, and all that pain just turned into energy, bro. And I was already someone who was motivated and driven already. So when that happened, it was like, it just enhanced everything about my work ethic.
That's a good way to, use that. I guess a difficult.
What other option do you have?
Yeah, but that's good. That's good that you use that difficult time in your life to fuel you to be and motivate you to be where you are now. I see that book on your next to you, Gym Launch Secrets.
No, for sure.
Alex Hormozi. Mm-hmm. I know you recently went to Gym Launch to be mentored by Alex Hormozi.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about that? Like, how did the whole experience go? What did you take away?
Oh man, GymCon is what the event was called. GymCon is an event ran by Gym Launch, the company. And man, it was just honestly a life-changing, experience for me. The biggest thing I take away from that is being around other business owners, gym owners. Like we call them gym lords. Because you don't really find so many people in this space, bro. It's a really hard business to run. A lot of people, are not profitable. So it's hard to find other people who are moving in the right direction, right? And also in this space, a lot of people are competitive, so nobody wants to support each other. But we all met in Miami, and a bunch of gym lords came out from all over the world, and it was really cool to gather with other gym lords. It was like a little gym world, for a second, and it was pretty cool. But yeah, seeing Alex and meeting Alex really, I was like starstruck, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, because, it's crazy because everyone knows about Alex now, and like he's super he's getting up there, he's getting pretty famous. But like a lot of people don't understand that he had a gym. Like he was a gym owner, and that is why, the gym owners really connect with him, including myself. Like, bro, he literally he laid out the footsteps for what I need to do. And I appreciate that. And that's why I feel like I owe it to him and all my other mentors to make it further.
Alex Hormozi walked so Diego Ponce could run.
Pretty much, bro. Literally. That's a great expression. Yeah.
How much, so I'm actually curious, how much are you making now with your business?
Honestly,
wait, you said you charge your clients monthly, right? It's like a monthly package.
We do that, and on top of that, we have front end cash offers that start anywhere from $1,500 to $700. So like our EFTs, we charge about $99 per week or $400 a month every 28 days. For the most part, that's like our cash flow, and we have like over 100 EFTs at that. And then we have we make about 40 to 50 sales a month at $1,500. So I mean, it ranges, bro, but it can be anywhere from 60 to 80,000.
$80,000?
Yeah,
gross.
It can get gross. Yeah, take home profit. I mean, honestly, that can be anywhere from 30 to 40. It can, it can fluctuate, bro. To be honest, it really just depends how good we, can control the churn and the attrition within the business.
So you're grossing almost about $800,000 per year.
Yeah, no, it's
wow.
Crazy. Yeah, no, honestly, sometimes I look at it, I'm like, it's a lot of money, but then it's not though.
Yeah, no, I mean, in the business world, there's a difference between how much money you make and how much money you keep.
Net. But even bro, even if you net $1 million,
dude, that's still crazy though that you're still managing to gross $800,000 or almost $800,000.
Yeah, it's
that's
a lot.
Insane.
It's definitely a lot, bro, and you definitely need a team for this. You're not gonna be able to handle all that money on your own.
And you've done this in less than 5 years, right?
Oh, we're going on not even 3 years yet. So yeah,
damn.
bro. I remember when I first made. What's crazy? When I first started making $10,000 a month, and I started making $100K a year, because I believe $10,000 a month, I believe $100,000 a year is about $8,000 a month, $8,500, and that was my biggest goal. I'm making $100,000 a year, I'm winning, and now I'm just man, it doesn't even cover our payroll. Payroll is $25,000 a month. You know what I'm saying? So it's just crazy, bro.
And your payroll that covers your employees, all
your
fixed
payroll
costs.
Payroll is employees.
Ah, okay.
Then there's rent.
My
rent is $10,000. My house rent. There's just a lot of shit.
What would you say your fixed costs are per month?
Oh, but per month, but I have to make $40,000 a month just to
break even,
just to get by. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
45.
I know, obviously, this is gonna be I'm trying to figure out how to go about this. This is gonna be a very.
Bring it on. Open book. And I'll tell you.
I mean,
everybody can
I don't know
tell
if I should say sexual question, but interesting question. I mean, obviously,
I already know where this is going.
you're a guy, you're a male trainer that
Yeah.
that just focuses on like
Females, women, yeah.
girl clients. Do you your clients?
Oh my god. Okay. Okay. All right. So like, you know, that is funny. But I'm gonna go ahead and like zoom out a little bit. So
Okay, wait. Actually, two things. Do you your clients, and how do like obviously probably a lot of these girls probably have boyfriends, right? How do they feel about you training them? Like, how does the whole dating or training girls, does that affect your dating life, your relationships?
I'll say this: in the beginning of my career, when I wasn't like I didn't see myself as a business, there would be, you know, situations where it would carry on after the gym. So for sure. But at a
like
certain,
where stuff would happen outside.
yeah, like
the
I
gym.
would, you know, we would like, you know, meet. Like honestly, I was never a person that went out anyways. You know what I'm saying? But like, you start to build a relationship with some of these clients, right? But I would say at some point though, bro, like don't get me wrong, like have I engaged with the client before? I think every trainer in the world has. For example, Booty King's wife was a client. Alex Hormozzi's wife was his employee. I can go on, bro. I can go on for days, but it's not the point. I just feel like if your mind and and that's where your mind's at when you're training, like and you're trying to run your business, you're not gonna grow, bro. Like it's, you know, for me it's like this. At some point, I had to look at myself in the mirror and be like, okay, it's almost like smoking your own dope. If you sell weed, are you gonna keep smoking your own weed? You're not gonna make any sales, right? Because you already know once you engage with a woman, you're not gonna be with them forever, right? It's usually just to have fun, especially when you're in the early 20s. And how does it go when you stop doing that? When you stop having sex with that person? That usually isn't good feedback about you.
So things definitely could get awkward in the business
Absolutely. So no,
environment.
have I been in that situation? Of course. Very selective, but lately, that's actually one of our biggest rules for all of our employees. Do not engage with clients. Do not do it. There's some scenarios that like we can't stop, you know, but like I said, as long as it's not on the forefront of all of our employees' head, that's not even what we're thinking about, bro. And honestly, I don't even have the time. Like, it used to happen, like, when I was a little bit, you know, slower. Or, like, not slower, but, like, when I was smaller. But now, bro, like...
You're just too focused and busy.
I'm just too focused, bro. Like, for a girl to throw me off my routine and to get me to link up and break business ethics, like, you really... It might be my wife. You know what I'm saying? Seriously, like... It has to be super stimulating and eye-catching.
You have like around 200 clients, right?
It ranges, bro. See, the thing is,
you have a lot. Okay, so basically what I'm trying to say is you have a lot of girl clients, and a lot of these girls probably have boyfriends. How do they feel about you training them? And well, I mean, you know, your trainer as well. Like, we
have female trainers and male trainers, but honestly, bro, I see it like this. Well, there was a point where like some boyfriends would complain, but I just feel like, I'm gonna be honest, a lot of the girls would end up leaving their boyfriends. I'm gonna be honest, because like the guys that they're with, like they're kind of insecure, bro. Because I promise you right now, bro, like as I'm telling you right now, like none of my trainers sit there and like try to get at them. Anytime that happens, they always engage first. The client, we've never gone out of our way to do anything like that, bro. The client always engages. And if a client's engaging in a relationship, there's not enough leverage from that relationship to even, you know what I'm saying? You come from like, they're not married, like, bro, just move on. And that's not your girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's not our motive, but can it make boyfriends uncomfortable? Absolutely. I mean, imagine hiring a trainer who looks good, who's good looking, in shape, and your same age. It could be tough, you know? But in my opinion, it's like, man, that would make me want to go harder.
It's a challenge, definitely.
Do you trust your girl at the end of the day? But at the end of the day, ladies, women out there, like, don't let your man stop you from working on yourself, number one. It don't have to be here. It don't have to be anywhere else. But, like, a lot of girls, if they don't come to us, they don't do it. Or my boyfriend's going to train me. It doesn't work out, you know? So, yeah, some boyfriends get mad. Some boyfriends don't care. Some boyfriends pay. Shout out to the boyfriends who pay, man. Like, for real. They're not insecure at all, but they know what's going on, you know? And I would never disrespect nobody like that anyways. That's not the focus.
No, I feel like that's a really cool thing about the boyfriends because they value their time so much. And then at the end of the day, you know, it's not an ego thing. They know they just can't do it.
Well, there's so many girls that we have transformed.
Get a professional.
Like for example, a girl will come in and build a booty. We can't touch it. Fella, you the one
Yeah.
You're the one reaping the benefits.
You guys are building that.
Yeah, like we're building her
him.
booty up, and you get to go home, and you get to do your business, right? Okay, then. Like, I see it like, hey, you gave my girl a booty. Like, I appreciate you, bro. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, bro, it's a different situation for everyone, but I just think it's up to the woman to be. It's all up to the girl. All up to the girl, bro. And if the girl's doing that, she's choosing, bro. It's not your girl.
What keeps you motivated?
What keeps you motivated, bro? Honestly, like, I've actually been very against motivation as of lately because a lot of my mentors speak down upon motivation. And honestly, bro, I no longer try to be motivated. I just more look at it like I wake up, I need to pay my employees, I got to pay rent, and I love business. And that's it. It's simple, bro. It's not about me. And I get to do what I love, of course. So I just get up and do it, bro. Regardless of how I feel. Does business get hard sometimes? Of course, but it has to be done, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about discipline. Just like getting up,
Discipline,
doing it, whether you feel like it or not.
And then advice to everybody out there too, man. Like, when you don't feel like doing something, reframe it and be like, this is the exact moment when I can build that discipline muscle. Because if you don't, that's the only actually time you get to build discipline is when you don't feel like doing something. So if you get like, anytime you feel like that, you're like, oh, I have to do this, but you don't want to do it, that's literally discipline at that moment. Reframe it. I can build that muscle because you don't build discipline until you get to that point.
It's breaking out your comfort zone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What is next for Diego Ponce? What's next for you? What's next for your business? Do you have anything coming up? Do you have anything new? Please share with us.
Man, I do have something potentially in the works right now, but I'm a big fan of focusing on one thing and I don't want to move too fast. So I don't really want to announce that yet. But honestly, bro, I have no big plans. I don't believe anything great happens with big plans. I think it's actually very small, incremental, daily tasks that you have to do. So, bro, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm going to do so much work and repeat the same thing and just be better and create more leverage within my business. We're doing everything we need to be doing, but we can do it 100 times better, literally. And I just want to create more leverage so we can get 100 times more output from the same amount of input by being better.
That's a great answer.
I just want to work, bro. I just want to keep working because I know one of my mentor, Alex Hermo's, one of his biggest quotes is, do something so often, work so often on the thing you want to work on to where it becomes unreasonable for you to fail. And that's where I am right now. And that's why a big part of that is yesterday doesn't matter. It's fucking irrelevant. How much money you made last month is irrelevant. It doesn't matter, bro. If the amount of money you make or the last good week you had affects your work ethic, you're just not there yet, bro. You're not obsessed with just becoming that person rather than the outcome, the prize, right? Just the process, bro. Enjoy the process. That's where I'm currently trying to be at right now.
Wow. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. I'm glad, you got that going. You got a lot of stuff you want to look forward to, but at the same time, you want to perfect what you have right now, which is good.
Right.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you can make $1 billion roofing business. You can make $1 billion gym business, $1 billion anything, bro. You just got to focus on one thing. And I lacked that for a very long time. And I'm glad that I've been able to recognize that within myself, that focus on one thing.
We're going to go ahead and wrap it up. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to this podcast. Diego, again, I appreciate you sitting down, spending some time. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe, comment, thumbs up, and follow Diego on Instagram. I'm going to drop his Instagram here. It's P3_aesthetics, and I'll have it posted here in the podcast, and I'll link it down in the bio as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. Any final words you want to say?
Ah, man, I think that's pretty much it, man. Hey, you can literally do whatever the you want to do, no matter where you're from. And it's not too late.
Tell everybody right there, like, subscribe, comment, and
like, subscribe, guys. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hey, man, delayed gratification to the young men out there. Delayed gratification.
We're definitely going to be making more of these.
For sure, bro.
Make sure you guys stick around. We'll see you later.
Later, guys.